Good morning, welcome back to the mountain. Well, me and Domino's already been out here getting at it this morning. Say good morning, Domino. Tell them good morning. Yeah, stretch it out, stretch it out. We've already got Uber over there crunk up and warming up. We finna put her to work this morning. Already made a trip to the back foldy back there and dropped some things off for the project today. Now I am grabbing my pew because we are going to the back property today, guys. We are about to clear out some land back there, getting ready for the hunting season. And it is growing up back there real bad. So we're gonna go ahead and cut some trails today with Uber and some hand tools and start preparing for this season coming up. Hunting season, which we have a special hunt coming up this weekend for Saturday and Sunday, a buck hunt for bow hunting. Well, y'all remember that video I did when I walked back there and showed y'all the tree stand back there. We walked up on that big old 10-point that was just laying there, and I've had a camera out there as well since that time. It's been a couple of weeks. So I also brought another card. We're going to pull that card and see what all we caught on that camera. I have a funny feeling it's probably going to be quite a bit of stuff, as long as the batteries didn't die on me. So we're going to go grab Uber, and we got a lot of work to do today, guys. A lot of work, a lot of clearing. It's going to be an action-packed, busy day. So let's get it. Well, apparently Uber is thirsty, so we need to get some diesel in her first. I'm very optimistic this year for hunting season. I have seen a lot of sign this year, more than I've seen since I've been in Arkansas. And the first time I walked out there to check on the deer stand, we jumped that 10-point when I was sitting there bedding right in front of the feeder in the stand. So, whew, fingers crossed, this is going to be a great hunting year. Probably the best I've ever had. I've only been hunting deer for about 6 years. I was always a hog hunter and that type of stuff earlier in life. I didn't really grow up doing a whole lot of it. But I've had a real good time the last 6 years, and now I am hooked on it. And I love venison. I would rather eat venison than ground meat and stuff like hamburger and stuff like that any day. So we're definitely going to try to fill the freezers this year. All right, filled up. Well, Uber's back tire's a little low. We're going to go ahead and air that up as well. The goats are following me eating groceries. Wow, wow. Well, looks like we're gonna have one of those mornings. My little portable one there just didn't have enough battery to fill up the tire. It was on its last what's happening, I guess. You hear Willie in the background. But I haven't had to charge that thing in a long time. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab Uber, take it over there, go ahead and plug that one up and charge. But I went ahead and grabbed the actual air compressor as well, and we'll go ahead and get it aired up and let the other one charge, and that way I got my little mobile air compressor charged back up and ready to go for the next flat tire here on the mountain. All right, now we are finally ready. All right, guys, we made it back to where we're going to start. Right here is going to be the entrance through. It used to be a path cut here already, but we've got some trees that fell down in here. We're going to use Uber for the bulk of it, but once we get past this real thick stuff and it starts opening up just a little bit, we're going to take some electric loppers that old Pops got me, and we're going to kind of just lop our way through there and make a little walking path. I want to make it about as wide as I can get my four-wheeler through there, so whenever I'm bringing in corn and stuff like that, I can drive it back there. But I don't want to disrupt the area too much. And we'll see how today goes. I might go ahead and cut the path for the tripod stand that I'm going to be putting in after this weekend. It's going to go over here in this direction over here a little bit. Today we're mainly focused on the path to the stand that's already up. All right, let me get you guys set up and we'll make this thing happen. All right, at this point, we've gotten through all of the thick stuff that has fell down in the trail. As you can see, there's still a clearing through here with a little bit of stuff kind of grown over it. And there's still a couple of stuffed things in the path right here. I didn't want to push down on the sides way too much. Trying to keep it as natural as possible. That way, whenever the leaves start falling and the grass starts growing again right here, this will just be a nice path but I don't want it to be super wide. I want to be able to make it to where each year I just need to do a little lopping on the sides to keep the overhang from coming in, and make a nice path back through here. I don't know exactly where the tree stand is according to where I'm at right now, so what we're going to do is go grab the loppers back here where we started and just kind of lop some of the stuff that's still overhanging into the road. Just cut it back just a little bit. But as you can see, nice little path right here. There was quite a bit of stuff right here. I opened this area up a little bit, just a little bit. I think this will be where I park my four-wheeler whenever I walk back into the stand in the mornings and the evening. All right guys, as you see, I've cut a path back. I've left as much as I could. You see an Uber back there in the distance. Now I think what I want to do is kind of scout ahead and kind of find out exactly where the tree stand is, and then kind of work my way back to this path right here. Right here it gets really, really thick. It's a little bit of an opening here. I might need to turn this way and go that way, but there's a lot of stuff here. I'll probably take Uber and come through here. Or I might just cut up through that way right there. I know the stand's over that way somewhere. I just don't know the exact location. All right, let's go on a walkabout. I do know that we got to be getting close. It's really clear over here in this section. It doesn't look too thick right over here. It clears out right here in this area quite a bit. Right through those woods there. All right, it's a little bit deeper back here than what I was expecting. Might have to use Uber a little bit more than I wanted to. I just seen the feeder over there, so we're getting close. I believe it's that tree right there. It is. All right, we're real close to where I jumped that deer last time, guys. Looks like my best bet's gonna be coming through there. It looks like that's where the road is, but that comes right by where the feeder is. I'd like to come more behind the feeder, preferably. Also gonna need to bring some straps down here, replace some of these straps. All right, it has grown up quite a bit since I've been down here. I need to clear some shooting lanes. This one right here needs to be lopped off quite a bit. And then clear those right there out of there a little bit, trim those back right there just a little bit, and maybe trim these down right here a little bit, just to open up the lane a little bit. We got our work cut out for us, guys. Go ahead and check the camera, see if the batteries are dead. It does look like it. Nope, the batteries are still good. Let's go ahead and switch the cards out. Well, as much as I didn't want to drive Uber all the way back here, we're pretty deep back in the woods here. So I'm thinking my best bet is going to be use Uber as much as possible, because it would take weeks to cut all the way back here. So we're going to find out what's going to be the best path for that. And then we'll go back and check this card, have some lunch, and then we'll grab Uber and go ahead and get on back here. And when I get back here, I'll go ahead and cut these lanes. See a natural trail that was already here. Need to move that tree out of the way. This one right here is not too bad. I'm going to kind of cut on the way back. This property's new to me, so I still get a little disoriented sometimes trying to work my way through. The only problem with this path right here is it goes right beside where the feeder is. But I might be able to cut it up this way some and come around the back, but utilize the trail as far as I can. Because they've already got one cut, I might as well use it. See, it gets real thick right here, but I can see Uber right there. So if I just punch through this thicket right here and then maybe cut it up through that clearing instead of coming down like they normally did, that way I can get around to the back side of the stand. I think that'd be a better option. All right, guys, just got done with lunch. This project is much bigger than I anticipated. So I walked all the way up, grabbed the four-wheeler, left Uber in the woods. I'm gonna go ahead and load up the corn and the stuff for the plot, and also some other things for that area. And we're gonna go back and grab Uber, and I'm just gonna use Uber for most of the clearing, because if not, it's going to take several days, and I don't have several days to get this done. So we're about to fast forward this thing a little bit. All right, let's get everything loaded, and then we'll go back and get Uber, and we'll get back to work. Woo, that was a lot. A whole lot. But this is the actual hunting area. I cleared out a lot of this thicket that was right here, because right there is the stand, and I wouldn't have been able to have a clear shot except for right here. So I made it to where I opened it up a little bit, but I still left it kind of woodsy, and I didn't disturb the ground very much right now because of the hunt in 2 days. Probably after the hunt in 2 days, I'll come in here with the box blade this area and go ahead and plant the food plot stuff like clover and collard greens and stuff like that in this area. Now we're about to walk back down one of the paths that I just cut. As y'all seen, I did two. I did basically a big round drive that connects way up there close to the hayfield. That way I can walk in this backside right here and kind of sneak into my stand instead of coming with the path that they had originally right here that went right beside the feeder and the whole hunting area. Now I can kind of come in from back here, go back there, and kind of come around and go up. I'm going to end up putting a little bit of this camouflage netting, probably in between here, and then back there. That way whenever I come in back there, I'll be hid a little bit coming up to the stairs. And I'm also going to put some around the tree stand itself up top. All right, let's go ahead and take a walk down the way that I will be walking up to the stand. This way right here would be real good to bring in all the different materials and stuff like that. But this right here is the brand new path that I cut. A lot of vines out here, big vines. Go ahead and move these out the way. That's a trip hazard whenever it's dark out here in the mornings and when I'm leaving in the evenings. What do you think about it, Domino? You liking it? Hard work today, huh, buddy? I tried to cut as small as path as possible. This area right here was real thick, so I just had to open it up a little bit, but that's far enough away it shouldn't be an issue. Might actually make a good hunting area later. I did take a lot of the undergrowth. That way I can be a lot quieter whenever I'm walking up in the mornings. I'll take my loppers and cut some of this stuff. I tried to twist and turn it a little bit so it's not such straight shots. And here's the other road where it connects. Got the four-wheeler here. We're going to go ahead and cruise that down. I'll show you here in a minute how close we are to the hayfield. I wanted to make it where I could pretty much come right here to this cross section and park, and then sneak my way back down into the woods. But if you look right out there, you can see the hay that's stacked on the other side of the power line. So the power line starts right there. Alright, went ahead and cut those vines. Cleared that area out a lot better. Alright, I've never used one of these types of feeders before, but it looks like a bird's nest or something made something down there, so I'm going to clean that out real quick. Get as much of that out as I can. Get these old holes opened up. That way if it rains in it, the water can just go straight through. And see how hard it's going to be to fill this thing up. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Alright, we got little piles poured everywhere. Got a good coverage everywhere. Even poured a little bit in the corn in there. That apple crush smells amazing, guys. I got my one camera there. I am going to put a couple more cameras up. I'm going to put one on one of these trees right here as well. Kind of facing this direction. That way I can get the stuff that's moving more back here. Now we're going to go ahead and put this little camouflage thing up. I don't know how big it is, we'll see. But I also need to cut the top out of this tree. So let's go ahead and climb up in the stand, see what our view is. All right, the view from up here is really good. I'm thinking I need to take this cedar down, and that'll open up that whole area right there. If anything walks right here, I'll have a hard time with it. I won't be able to get nothing that's right up underneath the blind. That's in that area right there. Decided why I'm up here. I went ahead and brought the camouflage thing up here. I'm going to go ahead and put it up here first, and whatever's left I'll put down there, and when I get another one tomorrow I'll finish running it at the bottom. But I'm already up here, so I might as well go ahead and get this installed. Alright, the space was a little too tight to be able to film, but I got it. I got it zip tied all the way across the top and got a zip tie there at the bottoms. I don't want to zip tie right there because I want it to be able to kind of lift up easily, as you can see, and then be able to go back down easily. And then I can just kind of put it out there like that. That way it doesn't blow around a lot when I'm up here, causing a distraction. All right, let's go ahead and trim off the top of that. All right guys, I decided that's going to be it for today. I moved the camera from there to over there. That way it's facing this area right here. I don't know if I have batteries there at the house, but I'll try some of my older game cameras. If not, I'm going to need to get some more. Fan turned out real good. That's a really good thick one right there, so you can't really see through it, and it's not moving a whole lot in the wind. I decided to go ahead and trim all of this and just leave the pole. That way I could put a game camera there. And I trimmed out the tops of those too, just in case something walks over there in the road in that area. I got a clear shot over there as well, so I could basically get a clear shot there, here, and a little bit in this shallow area right here. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and take Uber back, and then I'll come back and get the four-wheeler. I got a long walk ahead of me, guys. Long walk. All right, well, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Simple Life Reclaim's coming over, and we got something real exciting to do, and I'm gonna bring you guys along. See you tomorrow.